I've never felt like this before. It's like you just get me. I feel like my true self with you. Does that sound crazy? And it doesn't hurt that you're gorgeous. Okay, that's it. I'm taking you home with me. I mean, you can't find shoes this good just anywhere. Find a shoe for every you from brands you love, like Birkenstock, Nike, Adidas, and more at your DSW store or DSW.com.
Trying to lose weight? It's time to try Hers. At forhers.com/4u, you can access affordable, doctor-trusted weight loss treatments tailored just for you. These include oral medication kits or compounded GLP-1 injections. Through Hers, pricing for oral medication kits start at just $69 a month for a 10-month plan when paid in full upfront. No hidden fees, no membership fees. You shouldn't have to go out of your way to feel like yourself. Hers brings expert care straight to you with 100% online access to personalized treatment plans that put your goals first. Reach your weight loss goals with help through Hers. Get started at forhers.com/4u to access affordable, doctor-trusted weight loss plans. That's forhers.com/4u, forhers.com/4u. Paid for by Hims and Hers Health. Weight loss by Hers is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Restrictions at forhers.com apply.
Unlock your dream property with Meeks Realty Group, where Rich the Realtor makes real estate dreams a reality. Whether it's residential or commercial, we've got Charleston to Huntington covered. Your key to exceptional real estate experiences start here. Meeks Realty Group. Contact us at meeks.us.
The views and opinions expressed on this program do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of 580 WCHS, its employees, or WVRC Media. From the studios of WVRC Media, the country, the United States of America, the state, West Virginia, the city, Charleston. This is the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live. And your host.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
He's kind of a big deal.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Dave Allen.
Hey, folks, good Monday morning to you, and welcome to the show. Senior producer Ryan Nicholson in charge of things this morning. Bigly, Piggly, Wiggly, hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor, text 304-935-5008. We do the show from the Jarrett Construction Studios, right on time, right on budget. Visit jarrett-construction.com. Phone calls to the show is service of Bigly, Piggly, Wiggly on Spring Street. Texting service provided by West Virginia's finest men's store, Tony the Taylor. Tony, with a whole lot of trunk shows happening this fall. Complete list available on his website, bestmastertaylor.com, and follow him on Facebook as well. Monday edition of the show coming up. Monday means we get a visit from our old friend, Danny Jones, who'll be stopping by. Also, we're going to introduce you to a gentleman who would like to be the next state senator out of District 4. Republican Dr. Phillip Services on the show. Your calls and texts are always welcome to Bigly, Piggly, Wiggly, hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor, text 304-935-5008. Let's welcome to the show now our good friend Rusty Webb. How you doing, my friend?
Fantastic, my brother. My cousin from another county.
Yes. You and Meadows are, Boone County guys.
Oh, yeah.
We're mortal enemies.
I knew that.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, he's a Boone County guy.
Of course.
From beautiful, and if he's listening, if I get this wrong, he's from beautiful downtown Sylvester.
All right. That's a suburb of Whitesville.
I was in the home county this past weekend. Went down to L.A. Had to pick up a watch for my buddy Scott down at cheap plug for my buddy Scott at Saks Jewelers in Logan, and so I went down to pick up a watch I was having repaired. New restaurant. I'm gonna give him a little plug here. There's a new restaurant on Main Street in Logan, Rusty. You would love it. It's called the 1910.
Oh yeah.
And the reason that I say that you would love it, not because you were born in 1910, because you were not. However, the building is the old power company, old Appalachian Power Company building in Logan, right across from McCormick's. I know you know exactly where it is. And
McCormick's the last department store in West Virginia.
It may very well be.
Yeah.
And so Dr. Rafael Rodriguero and his wife Joanna have opened up this place down there, and it is awesome. I mean, they've sunk a whole lot of money into that building, so I'm going to give them a little cheap plug. If you happen down in my home county where I resided for many, many years, stop by and see them.
I will.
If you're down there,
I love Logan.
Great burgers. And you may remember this, and I promise I'll get to what I want you to talk about today.
Just bump the segments.
All right. You know, I'll also say this. You may be old enough to remember in Logan years ago, there was a drive-in called Penny's Drive-In.
Yeah.
All right. On what we call Holden Road.
Yeah.
I'm not, Huntington Road. I'm sorry.
Right.
Okay. So Joanna is the granddaughter of the owner of that place, and they brought back a burger. It was called the Big Penny, which is a burger with bacon, but it's got a special sauce on it. And so she brought it back. And Penny's closed like in the 80s, I think.
But I was what was the restaurant? I was up at West Logan, like up the Guyandot. That's not West Logan? It gets to be East Logan, I guess. But anyway, there's still a restaurant up there. I ate it about a month ago.
What did you have there?
It was a hamburger place. It was an old school hamburger joint with curb service.
Oh, Morrison's.
Yeah, Morrison's.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, Morrison's.
Listen, when I go anywhere, I eat local in West Virginia. I mean, that's just you can eat You can eat franchise food anywhere, but you can't eat. And if you don't, they're going to go away.
Right.
They're going to go away.
Exactly right. And I get, when I see people, and we have this in Tays Valley all the time where I live, people will say, well, there was an announcement that the BW3 is going to be opening up like a place up there. And it automatically starts on social media. We need this, and we need that. It's always some chain. It's like, how about we support the local places we have?
Fat Patties. Every time I come through from Huntington, man, I stop at Fat Patties.
Some great restaurants. All right, so we're not going to talk about food anymore.
Okay.
All right,
now I'm down to how many minutes?
I got you. We'll take some of Danny's time if we have to.
Take Danny's time.
All right, so Thunder in the Mountains is back.
Yeah, and I need to wear a T-shirt that says it's free because I never tell people. I just assume that since it's an open place, there are no fences, that everybody knows, but it's free. It's free. It's free. It's free. 6th year. It's a singles tournament now, just like it was last year, but we went indoors. We've doubled the numbers, so you're gonna see the best high school and college players in West Virginia. And the reason I say that is WVU, Marshall, and UC will all be there. 6 of UC's players, 6 are going to another tournament. I think they're sending their best 6 here. And UC is a very good Division II team. But what's really cool is all of the countries that are represented.
Okay.
So Sweden, Czech Republic, Ukraine, France, Morgantown, Guadalupe, Morgantown, Italy, North Carolina.
So we're referring to
Belgium,
Morgantown as a foreign country?
UK, South Point, Ohio, and Charleston, West Virginia.
All right. So
just to name a few.
How'd you get all these people? I mean,
they're all students at the universities.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I had the number one player, Meredith Baldwin, coming down from Wheeling Park, and she just canceled. She's just gotten too busy and doing a lot of traveling. But she's the number one player in West Virginia girls singles. But I have this young lady from Herbert Hoover, Crystal Imball. Her ranking is half of the person above her. She's the very bottom. So she's basically it's going to be David versus Goliath.
Okay.
I mean, in a literal sense. But I love her tenacity, willing to play, willing to take on a really good college player. And see, we have a backdraw, so you get to play twice no matter what. Mm-hmm. And then when courts open up, coaches will play players against each other because the whole idea is to get reps in the fall. But let me continue. Dax Miller, I had a meeting with him 2 weeks ago, the park director here in Charleston. And I said, man, those tennis nets they've seen their better days. I drive by yesterday, brand new nets, and I just got to give props to Dax Miller and the city of Charleston. And Amy has always been good to this tournament. She gives me the center, the whole place from Thursday to Sunday. She gives me cash. She gives me her staff. I mean, it's a very good partnership. But then I have a windfall this year, which allows me to pay $7,200 in cash. Last year I had like $2,500. And Governor Justice gave me a grant right there at the end. Yeah, he gave me a $10,000 grant, so that's where all the cash is coming from.
Okay, well that's good stuff. Now explain Explain the whole concept of this, because you said this is how many years you've been doing this? What did you say?
6 years.
6 years.
Okay, so this was start. Mindy White at CTC thought it'd be a good idea to have a fall thing with WVU, Marshall, and some other tennis teams. So in 2019, there were like six teams: Marshall, WVU, and 4 other teams. I don't remember their names. So then I thought, well, let's make this an event, because nobody knew about it. Like, I just stumbled onto it. Like, I was going down there to play one day, and I was like, why are all these people here? So we kind of started making an event. We have a stage, we play music, and then we kept with that format until last year. And the coaches, WVU Marshall, who are the pillars of the tournament, said, we need to get some good singles play in for our players. I said, well, let's go singles. Let's just make it a singles, wide open, everybody, anybody. And then I was able to get some cash. So, with the NIL, you can pay them cash now, except high school kids.
Right, yeah.
You can't pay high school girls. So then I raised the money, and now this year I have $7,200 to do it. And I hope to keep raising more money. Of course, the more money you raise, the more players you get, the higher caliber you get. But I'm doing something else this year. Jimmy John's, Subway, Pepperoni Grill, Chick-fil-A. I've always reached out to them and said, hey, can you provide lunch? This year, because I got this really good windfall, I'm buying from them. It's like every 4 years, take care of your sponsors.
Right,
pay them. So I'm doing that. And, it feels good. You're like, hey, I'm not asking you.
I'm giving you something.
I'm giving you something.
Payback.
Yeah, yeah. And their sponsors will still be on the courts. They're still good. I've got to go do that today. But the only thing I want to get out there is we have the players will know, tennis players will know what I'm talking about. We have some 4 or 5 players here in Charleston, and they would compete well. And I wish they would sign up. We have about 6 or 7 on actually 4 or 5 USTA team that I would love to see sign up. And I'd love to see more high school players get in it, because when I lost Meredith, Crystal's the only high school player I have now. Julia Orcott would have played, but she's visiting her sister at Wake Forest this weekend. So I know Julia would have loved to have taken them on. She'll take on anybody, but.
All right, so the call is on, and
it's Friday. It's Friday. Friday morning, Saturday all day at the tennis courts at Schoenbaum over in Canal City.
Okay, so what is the deadline? Because you said that you
listen.
20 minutes ahead.
Yeah, really. If you're a high school 4 or 5 player around here and you want in late, get a hold of me on Thursday. But really. I don't know we're using the UTR website. I don't even know what our deadline is, but
you're not going to turn them away. I mean,
I'll get you in if you want to play. And I want some high school. There's 2 great players at Huntington, and I'm looking at what last year's quarter and semifinals in the state tournament, and I'm seeing all these names. I'm not going to name them out. One's from Shady Springs, Trinity, Lincoln, Wood County Christian, Chapmanville, Logan Senior.
Mm-hmm. Logan has always had
Charleston Catholic, Williamson.
Logan has always had a good tennis program. My buddy Justin Turner was the coach down there for years. He actually played collegiately at UC, and he's a coach down here.
Huntington High, University High, Huntington High, Washington High School. That must be GW.
Well, there is
a Washington High School. And then there's GW,
Eastern
but
Panhandle.
that's Julia Hurricane, GW, Wheeling Park. That's Bradshaw. That's Madeline Bradshaw. She came in second last year. And I think the winner graduated.
And the thing about it is even if you don't play tennis, you just like to watch it. I mean, because you're not going to see this quality of play. You only see this quality of players once a year, and that's at this thing.
This is it. I mean, this is it. And as you know, I'm a huge tennis fan. You follow me. I go to tournaments around the country, around the world, and I'm a huge women's tennis fan. I just love the game. Love, or I wouldn't be doing this. So yeah, I appreciate all the props. Appreciate all the
Where
help.
can people find it on social media?
It's on the UTR website. Tennis players will know that. They can email me at rusty@rustywebb.com. That's pretty much way.
Okay.
Actually, my phone number's in there.
Well, there you go.
My cell phone number.
Everybody's got your cell phone number anyway.
I know, but I've got to take care of that. I'm getting way too many of these calls about, hey, missed your call last night, and, I said, you know what I tell them now? I said, let me just give you my checking and credit card information right now. Let's just skip through the preliminaries.
Thunder in the Mountains. Rusty, I appreciate you being here, buddy.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right, we'll talk soon. If you need anything, let me know. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you in part by your hometown baseball team, the Charleston Dirty Birds. The Salango Law Light the night, of course, returning to the ballpark. Goldmark Ballpark, November 21st through January 1st. Get your tickets in advance by visiting dblightthenight.com. Coming up a little bit later on, Danny Jones is going to join us, and we're going to be joined by Dr. Phil Surface, who is a Republican who would like to be your next state senator out of District 4. We'll be back after this on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
The Dave Allen Show is presented in part by Generations Ford in Huracan, part of the Eric J. Tarr family of businesses.
When I set out to build our firm, it was built for greatness. It was built for you. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Office 222 Capitol Street, Charleston. Cases will be handled by West Virginia licensed attorneys. The attorney in this ad is not licensed in West Virginia. ForThePeople.com.
Seasons are changing, the kids are back in school, and cooler weather is on the way. But one thing that always remains consistent is the car buying experience at Walker Chevrolet in Nitro. You see, that's because Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and the process at Walker is remarkably simple. They help you find a vehicle that you love at a deal that makes you smile. And don't forget, Walker is still buying cars too. Now, all makes and models are welcome, and they'll give you top dollar for it, even if you plan to buy somewhere else. But why would you? You know, it's good to know that in a world full of constant change, there are some things that remain consistent, and that some car dealers still believe in treating you like a friend with a smile and a handshake. Head to Walker Chevrolet in Nitro, in the shadow of the Interstate Bridge, just off the Nitro exit of I-64. Walker Chevrolet, making friends, one deal at a time.
The latest in news, talk, and sports on 580 WCHS is brought to you by Jarrett Construction. Visit jarrett-construction.com for more information.
Right on time, right on budget. Call on Jarrett Construction.
Welcome back to the show. It's 9:23. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you in part by Huston's Pizza. This month, pick up a large 18-inch pepperoni pizza and an order of 6 meatballs, $24.99. Dine in, deliver your pickup. Visit HustonsPizza.com. Danny Jones coming up a little bit later on the show. Ryan Nicholson is our producer today. Welcome to the show, Dr. Phillip Surface. Good morning, sir. Sorry you had to follow Rusty Webb.
Yeah, that's tough. Good morning to you. Thanks for having me. Rusty's tough one to follow. You know,
he was in here on one day last week, Thursday or Friday, and I told him that you were going to be on the show. He told me that you guys kind of go back a ways.
Oh yeah, I've known Rusty for a long time. A great guy. Always a pleasure to see him. I hadn't seen him in a while and saw him outside a minute ago, and it was good to see him. He's a great guy and always a good guest. I like listening to him when he's on your show.
Well, we have donuts in the green room because tomorrow is my birthday and yesterday was Chris Lawrence's birthday. So I'm sure the fact Rusty probably helped himself to like a box of donuts.
I think he doesn't look like he's been eating a lot of donuts. He looks like he's lost a lot of weight.
Well, he plays tennis all the time.
Well, that's true. Yeah, but well, happy birthday. I told Chris happy belated birthday and happy birthday to you.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that. All right, so who is Phil Surface?
Well, I'm an orthopedic surgeon. Practice at WVU Health, Thomas. Most of my work is at the orthopedic hospital at St. Francis. I have an office in Winfield. I was born in Princeton. Grew up in Princeton, graduated from Princeton High School and went to Concord, and went to the osteopathic school in Lewisburg, and then off to Oklahoma State to become an orthopedic surgeon, and then moved back to West Virginia. And I've been practicing here ever since 99.
And you're a Republican running out of District 4. Talk about the district.
Well, the district includes the southern part of Putnam County, south of the river, including Jackson County and Mason County. It's a district that encompasses a lot of rural small towns, but we got Winfield and Hurricane in the district, and it's a pretty broad district. A lot of issues I think are common though between the more rural areas and the.
What are some of those issues?
Well, I think the biggest issue to me is infrastructure, the roads in particular, job creation, healthcare access, those sorts of things. I think are common issues throughout the district. I think the roads in particular are disappointing to me because I have to drive on them every day. Yeah. So
with all these things, though, that you talked about your medical background, so on and so forth, why would you want to run for Senate?
Well, the reason why I'm running is I think that the Senate has sort of lost their way over the past couple of sessions in particular. I think they've taken their eye off the ball. I think that the important issues have been neglected, and those are the ones that I mentioned a minute ago. I think they've spent more time arguing about things that are less important to the people in my district. I think they've lost their focus on what really matters, and I think the things that matter, particularly to the people in the district, are infrastructure, economic development, jobs, retention of our young people, access to health care. Several health care issues are important to them, and I think they've spent an inordinate amount of time focusing on and, quite frankly, arguing continuously about social issues that I understand, and I understand those issues are important as well. But I think that they should be lower on the priority, and that's why I'm running.
Talking to Dr. Phillip Service again, who is the is one of the candidates for District 4, State Senate. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Line, brought to you in part by Bridge Valley Community Technical College. Insurance agents are in demand of the state and across the entire country. Bridge Valley can help you take that first step. Their insurance pre-sales licensure course prepares you to sit for the state-required property and casualty insurance licensure exam and to start your career in this ever-growing field. Check out bridgevalley.edu for details. Bridge Valley Community Technical College, your career starts here. So what's your campaign style going to be like? I know it's a little bit early right now. You're going to go door to door? You doing what's the campaign style like?
Well, I am going to do some door to door work, and I'd like to go to several of the events throughout the district and get to meet people and know them. I think it's important to me to be hands-on, if you will. I think one of the disappointments has been that in the legislature and Senate in West Virginia, I think that they haven't been as responsive to the public and their needs and the issues that are important to them. So I'd like to get out and talk to a lot of people. I appreciate doing shows like this where I can get the message out. But I'm going to do a good bit of door-to-door work. Yes. If there, and I know that generally speaking, there are some like meet the candidate type forums. You all up for that, or a debate or something like that? Yeah, I'd be up for that. So counting yourself and the current holder of the seat, which is Senator Eric Tarr, there are at least, there's one other person running as of now, and it's still relatively early, you know, but so why all the interest in the seat? Because and I brought this up because there was a time that before the Republican takeover that we were hard pressed, even in an area, you're based in Putnam County, we were hard pressed to be able to get Republicans to run. Now everybody is running. Right. Well, I think the interest is there because of things like I've been to Haiti for 5 mission trips, and when I drive 4 or 5 miles in any direction from my house, and I live right in Winfield, and I can go in any direction, and 4 or 5 miles down the roads are similar to what I drove on when I was in Haiti. I know that sounds wild, but it's the truth. And so I think people have there's been a bunch of interest that has been driven by the fact that our representatives and our senators has not concentrated on the things that are important to the people in the district. And I think that is what's drawing the interest in it. It's certainly what has drawn mine. And I think that those sorts of issues, job creation, and economic development, healthcare, all of those things, I think people are noticing that those are lower on the list of priorities than they should be. And I think that there's several people that are interested in running because of those things. And that's certainly what drove me into the race. I believe that we need to focus on those things that matter. And those issues are important to people. And I think the people in the district know that. And I think that's what's driving the interest.
Do you have a website or Facebook or anything?
Yes, sir. It's Phillip Surface for Senate is the website. And there's links there to Twitter and Facebook. We have a Facebook account. And I would love for people to go there. Gives pretty good information, my background, a little bit about me, the issues that are important to me. And I'd love to see people go to that website and learn more, contact me, reach out to me. There's an email there. I'd like to hear from the people in the district and the things that are important to them. And I would like the opportunity to be their senator.
Give me the final 30 seconds here, Phil. Why should somebody vote for you for state senate?
Well, I think that people should vote for me because I have a long history in this area of taking care of a lot of people. I've interacted with people and have been able to show compassion and care for the issues that matter to them. When I'm in your green room this morning, I ran in, just in a matter of 10 minutes, ran into 3 people that are patients of mine, that have been patients of mine in the past. And I think that I have a long history of caring for people and showing an interest in their needs and trying to be someone that they can rely on. I think I'm dependable. I think I've been in the state for a long time. I've committed to this state, and I think the issues that we mentioned earlier are things that I can address. I think I have good ideas on how we could improve our infrastructure. I think roads in particular, I have some good ideas that need to be implemented. And I believe that I would be a good senator and I could represent the people in the district. And I think that's why they ought to vote for me.
All right. Well, wish you the best of luck.
All right.
Dr. Phil Surface, again, he is a Republican running in the 4th Senatorial District. Appreciate you being here. Thanks a lot.
All right. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate it.
It's 27 minutes now in front of 10 o'clock. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you part by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Danny Jones coming up next on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Are you looking for a technical job in the medical field? Generations is growing and looking to add on job-trained physical therapy techs to our rehab team. To apply, visit one of our 7 convenient locations or simply click on us at generationspt.com.
Retirement isn't a finish line, it's a new beginning. But are you really ready? I'm John Burdett with 4th Avenue Financial, and I help people just like you turn confusion into confidence. Whether retirement is 5 years away or right around the corner, now is the time to make a smart plan. Let's make sure your retirement income lasts as long as you do. Call today or visit 4thavenuefinancial.com. 4th Avenue Financial. Retirement done right.
Securities offered through J.W. Cole Financial Incorporated. Member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through J.W. Cole Advisors Incorporated.
Joy. Coming September 25th to Metro News Television. Peak Health, Your Doctors Built It, Your Neighbors Love It, and your friends at Hope Gas present Episode 2 of State of Minds. Hoppy Kercheval visits with Dr. Kevin Blankenship, founder of Jacob's Ladder Substance Abuse Center.
We're so fortunate right now, Hoppy, in that we have neuroimaging that allows us to learn so much about addiction.
State of Minds, coming to Metro News TV on September 25th at 7:30 p.m. Presented by Hope Gas and Peak Health with support from Greer Industries.
Tired of sports hot takes that are all heat and no substance? Frustrated by pop culture discussions that lack any real insight? Metro News Hotline breaks the mold. I've been in the game for decades, covered everything from high school championships to Super Bowl rings. Whether it's classic rock deep cuts or the wild world of streaming services, I kind of bring the knowledge. Coop keeps me on my toes with his witty spin, and believe me, listeners aren't shy about adding theirs. Join us weekday afternoons 3 to 6 on Metro News for a smarter, livelier conversation.
25 minutes away from 10, the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you in part by the all-new Generations Ford of Hurricane. Visit generationsford.com. Text says, if running in the 4th, who would he face in a primary? Well, that's the sitting senator out of the 4th. That would be Eric Tarr. And also there is another gentleman who was on the show a couple of weeks ago named Travis Willard who are running. So there, as of right now, counting Mr. Tarr, there are 3 people that are running in that primary. And again, it's early, so everybody kind of getting out there early. But yeah, Eric Tarr is who holds the seat now. So this gentleman, Dr. Surface, and also Travis Willard, another guy who was on the show a couple of weeks ago, will be running in that seat. Danny Jones, your running day's over.
Yeah.
You're going to run for office?
I'm for Phil.
Okay. All right.
I mean, he did my surgery on my shoulder, and he's my man.
Okay. All right.
He's a good man.
So, first of all, let's start with the restaurant. How's the restaurant doing?
It's okay. It's it's hard. But it's doing well, and we're gonna starting today. We're gonna go 2 for 1 on the barbecue.
Okay.
In other words, if you come in and you get 2 barbecues, you pay for 1.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's a pretty good deal.
It's a great deal. And I mean, the ribs are great and everything else you have there, but I'm a big fan of the barbecue sandwiches. That's my favorite thing.
That's what I eat.
Yeah. It's all good, but that's I was a big fan of that. And the soup was when we didn't have every day, but you had the soup and it was pretty good sometimes.
I'm going to do the soup.
Yeah. You got to wait till it gets colder. To do the soup.
Yeah, and chili.
Yeah. I completely forgot about your chili, and somebody brought it up to me the other day. Now, was that something you had every day? Was the chili, or did you?
No, I mean I have chili every day, but
okay, I didn't. I wouldn't. Yeah, I always thought your chili, was.
I like it.
Was really good. Well, it's very good. It's good stuff. So, what's the latest on the book? You and Joe Manchin.
He was on. I watched him the other night on
Bill Maher.
Bill Maher.
Yeah.
And
I haven't seen it yet. I recorded it, but I haven't seen it yet. I'll probably watch it tonight.
He says it was hard
to write the book.
No, to do the show.
Okay. See, now somebody told me, a good friend of mine, told me that he didn't think that Joe did that good of a job on the Bill Maher, and I don't know what he based it on because I haven't seen it. But he said he didn't do that well on the show. But I haven't seen it yet. So
well, he did okay. I mean, Bill's not. I mean, Joe's not blue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm blue.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm blue. He's not blue.
And for those that are wondering what blue means, that was a term that they used to
vulgar.
Vulgar. Yeah. I was going to say adult. I wasn't going to say.
Yeah. But, I mean, there can be. I mean, Bill Maher is definitely blue.
yes, he is.
He is definitely vulgar.
Yeah.
And Joe's just not that way.
Right. Everybody's different.
And I thought he did fine.
Yeah. I'll have to go back and I'll try to watch that tonight. So have you seen any of have you read any of Joe's book? I thought you might have an advanced copy.
I have the copy on audio.
Okay.
I listen to books. I don't read them.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to them.
And you're going to do, on your book, you are going to do an audio version.
I don't know. It depends on Charlie.
Okay.
And it depends on other people. I'd like to do other people, see if other people will participate. Like if Charlie will participate. I know I'll participate.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of people that would have to participate because there's a lot of different voices.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I know Rita can't participate, but
right. What's the latest on the date, on the release date?
Probably towards the end of October.
Yeah, that's what you were telling me last week. I didn't know if it had changed.
No, I don't think it's changed. I think it's around the end of October.
All right. So what is going to be when people get a copy of your book? What's going to be the one thing that's going to stick out or maybe surprise them that they're not expecting?
My relationship with my mother.
See, I know because you've told me the relationship with you. It was very complex. Is that a good way to put it?
Tense.
Very strained.
Competitive.
Okay.
competitive. I don't know how quite to say that.
How much time do you spend talking about your mom in the book?
Off and on.
Okay.
Off and on.
Well, I mean, obviously, your parents, are a very important part of, well, they should be, an important part of everybody's life in a good way and sometimes in a not so good way.
My mother was a hail fellow well met. She was a person that people liked. Mm-hmm. I mean, she'd walk through Frankenberger's, and you know what Frankenberger's was. Mm-hmm. And
we're in the old Frankenberger mansion here.
And she'd say hello to everybody, and everybody say hello to her. Mm-hmm. And I think I got that from her.
Right. People person. She's a real people person.
Yeah. She would, how you doing? How you doing?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah.
And everybody say hello to her.
But without giving away too much, and I don't want to turn this into a therapy session, okay? But how different was the woman who was your mother in public as opposed to private?
Pretty different.
Yeah. I kind of see. I've always said this: people that are people that are people, and I'm a people person. Although the older I get, the less a people person I am. But I will say, we don't normally come from quote unquote perfect backgrounds. I mean, I had a very difficult relationship with my mother, who passed a few years ago. Had a strained, even though I respected him a lot, had a strained relationship with my father too. Mm-hmm. My parents were divorced when I was 5, but I had a very difficult relationship with my mother as well. And I think it shapes who you are, and it can shape you in a good way, a bad way, it's a little bit of both.
Mm-hmm. It was. We would get in the car, and I would get in the car. And I would turn on Papa J.
Big Papa J.
Papa J.
J. Gerald, yeah.
J. Gerald. And she would flip over to WTIP.
Mm-hmm. Which was
the beautiful music station.
Yeah, easy
and
listening.
She says, it's my car. I paid for it with my money. Mm-hmm. And we're going to listen to the radio station that I want to listen to.
And that's not entirely wrong, is it? Maybe it is.
Maybe it is.
Maybe it is. Maybe all right, we're looking forward to
it. Became very competitive.
I got you. And she's obviously she's passed now.
She passed 25 years ago.
Did your relationship toward the end of her life get any better?
Well, I'll tell you a story. She wanted me to buy this house up on Norwood Road. And we had mellowed out. And she wanted to get to know her grandson. And that didn't go over too well because her grandson was not legitimate, if you get the drift.
Okay.
And she had to get used to that. And so she walked into the house and she wanted this change, that carpet changed. And she walked into the living room and she said, I want rid of that GD fan. It was a Sears fan with little drop lights. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like a ceiling fan type.
And I waited and went over and told her, we're not going to get rid of the fan.
I mean, it's your house, right? I mean, you
paid for it.
Yeah, I mean, you're an adult at this point, obviously.
Yeah, and I paid for it.
Right.
And I paid for it with my money. I mean, my father had died and he left me $112,000, and I paid for it with my own money. So I paid for the house with my own money. So I said, I'm going to pay for the house, and I'm going to keep the fan. And for the rest of her life, she look into the window and look in that window right out of that Lincoln and see if that fan was still there.
Again, not to turn this into a therapy session, the fan meant a whole lot more than just a fan.
Yeah.
I mean, it was very symbolic.
Yeah, it was a fan. She kept looking at it.
Yeah, but it wasn't about the fan.
Yeah, she wanted that fan out of there.
She wanted the control, was what she wanted.
That's
right. It wasn't about the fan. It could have been anything.
It could have been anything.
Talking to Danny Jones, the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you part by Pinnacle Consultants. Poor indoor air quality can cause a variety of health issues, allergies, respiratory problems, and more. Pinnacle offers specialized indoor air quality services, residential, commercial, and industrial type settings. Visit pinnaclecorp.net because what you don't know can hurt you. All right, so since we last spoke, Mr. Jones, the whole Charlie Kirk thing, I mean, you were on the show last week. The services were held. There was the vigil in Morgantown. There were several thousand that came to the one in Charleston. The big service, of course, was yesterday out in Arizona. And one thing I wanted to get your take on, you being a media guy, is the fact that the whole Jimmy Kimmel situation. I mean, Kimmel suspended / fired, whatever you want to call it. And I had Burke Allen on the show last week, who is does so many things, but he's very, very well versed in the world of entertainment. And that Jimmy Kimmel story is not simple. There are literally about 5 or 6 different layers to that story. Because on one hand, Annie, and I said this last week, it's ABC's a private company. They can hire and fire whoever they want. However, when you have somebody, the Federal Communications Commission, that issues statements, and Trump says we're coming after Seth Meyers next. We're coming after Jimmy Fallon next. No. That's where I have a problem. I don't have a problem with ABC. I don't have a problem with ABC firing him. I mean, it's their company, but I do have a problem when government officials get involved.
No, he doesn't. I agree with Ted Cruz.
Yeah, Ted Cruz nailed it, and I thought it was pretty brave of Ted Cruz because most people don't stand up to Donald Trump.
Yeah,
he very strongly disagrees with the president on this, and this, of all people, Ted Cruz.
Yeah, and. This I can't think of the station over here. They're owned by our Channel 8. Who are they owned
Sinclair.
by?
Sinclair owns one. And
Sinclair's a conservative.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so is
Nexstar.
Nexstar, a few of these others.
They own 13 here in Charleston, yeah.
And so they get to decide who what goes on their station.
Right. Yeah.
And that might mean Jimmy Kimmel. It might mean whoever.
Well, but I have an issue with people say, well, it's censorship. It's like, not when ABC, I mean, the owners of this company could come in at any time and say out, to me. And that's not censorship. That's a private company. But nobody's really leaned on them. And there's got this, you get this deal that's going on with Sinclair and Nexstar and buying other stations and so on and so forth. And I mean, the FCC chair all but comes out and just says, we can do this the hard way or the easy way. And I guess my thing is that they talk about telling, one of the things that they said was about telling lies. Well, Jimmy Kimmel's a comedian, I mean, the whole basis of comedy is a lie because you're telling stories. Go back to when you're a kid, there was knock-knock joke. There's not actually somebody at your door. It's I mean, and that's where I have an issue. I don't have a problem with ABC firing him if that's what they want to do. More power to them. They're a private company. I do have a problem with the giant hand of government being involved in. That's where I got to put it.
I agree, and
I mean, it would be the same when you're mayor or Mayor Goodwin calling the owners of this company and saying, "Well, I don't like Dave Allen," and he's saying it would be none of your or her business what this private company does.
That's
my opinion.
That's
my opinion. All right, so. But I will say this: late night TV ratings are not what they used to be.
That's right.
I mean, the streaming numbers are good. I mean, I got one of my coworkers I share an office with upstairs. She loves it, but she streams it. She doesn't watch it, live. And I think the difference, though, and I talked about this last week, and you'll agree with this. I watch Johnny Carson now. I mean, I will record.
You got me watching it.
Yeah, I love Carson. Carson took out everybody. He didn't have an agenda. His agenda was to try to be funny. And right now, if Johnny Carson were on the air, he'd be going after Donald Trump, but he'd also be going after AOC.
He'd be going after Spiro Agnew.
He did everybody. And that's what you should do as a comedian, in my opinion.
Right. Go after Bob Hope. He didn't like Bob Hope.
I watched an episode over the weekend that it was one of the final, because Carson hung it up in 92. This was like one of the final 3 or 4 shows. And on that show, he had on Clint Eastwood, Bob Hope, and David Letterman. And Letterman was one of my idols. I mean, I love Letterman. And you're talking about a heavy hitting line. But you say he didn't like Bob Hope?
Because Bob Hope, everything was rehearsed.
Yes. Yeah. Bob was funny, but Bob was...
It was rehearsed.
It was very, very, very stiff in his delivery.
Right.
He was.
Right.
And I've talked about Carson before. Carson was not a good person. I've read a couple of books about Johnny Carson. He was he was not a good person.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
And Henry Bernstein, his manager.
I know who you're talking. I've read his book.
And you can go to Joan Rivers, and she did a review of it, and it's on. You can watch it on YouTube.
Yeah,
and it's good.
The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you in part by Jute Security Systems. Visit protectedbyjute.com or check them out on Facebook. We'll take a break. More Danny Jones coming up on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses care for your family.
Earn more with 4 at the best community bank in the Kanawha Valley, Polka Valley Bank. Polka Valley Bank is now offering a certificate of deposit special, 10-month APY, annual percentage yield 4%. Take advantage of this great rate to grow your savings. For more information, stop by one of the 8 Polka Valley Bank locations today. Polka Valley Bank, where relationships matter.
Certain terms and conditions apply. Rates based on minimum annual percentage yield, subject to change without notice. Minimum deposit required of $10,000 of new money not currently on deposit with Polka Valley Bank to receive APY. Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm David McCormick, owner of Omega Commercial Interiors. We'd like to thank you, West Virginia, for making us the #1 office furniture and commercial interiors company in West Virginia. Remember, when you're looking for quality office furniture and space planning for healthcare, corporate offices, or even a private office, call us and buy local. Omega Commercial Interiors. We're a proud West Virginia company. Visit us online at omegacommercialinteriors.com in Morgantown and Charleston.
Trading in your business fleet or personal vehicle for a new one? Donate your used vehicle to Good News Mountaineer Garage and get the best tax deduction possible and the satisfaction of knowing your donation changed the life of someone in need. Good News Mountaineer Garage repairs donated vehicles and provides them to qualified West Virginia families, giving them access to employment, safe, affordable housing, health care, and other vital necessities, and putting them on the road to economic independence. Call 1-866-GIVE-CAR today for Good News Mountaineer Garage. 866-GIVE-CAR.
Hey, have you heard about A Night in Monte Carlo?
No, what's that?
It's Goodwill's signature event, Thursday, October 9th at Berry Hills Country Club. It's a night of glitz, games, and giving back.
Sounds awesome. Tell me more.
Casino-style raffle games, an exclusive silent auction, incredible live entertainment, and DJ Woody Woods spinning all night.
I'm in. Where do I get tickets?
Just visit GoodwillSummit.com. You can buy tickets, and if you're a business, check out our sponsorship options too.
6 minutes away from Tampa. Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you in part by Live Healthy, West Virginia, presented by WVU Medicine. It's a podcast promoting healthier lifestyles. Going to be on the stage. Check out the latest episodes, WVMetronews.com, under the podcast menu. And I got a couple texts here. I want to get back to Danny. Text says, Dave, Charlie Kirk was a martyr for his faith in Jesus Christ. Nothing but evil, which is in our world. Charlie was a hero that made a huge difference now and in the future, says the texter. Text says, Dave, I truly believe Erica Kirk said the one thing that evil members of the left never expect and could not possibly comprehend how she would state it, which is why instead of showing one tiny inkling of humanity and civility, they've chosen to double down on their nasty personal slander of her late husband. God is winning, and it scares them to death. Text says, Kimmel's erosion in viewership follows a bumpy 2024 annual Nielsen ratings compiled by industry site Late Nighter. Should Kimmel average 1.77 million total viewers last year, down 2.3% from 2023. In the demo, Kimmel shed more than 12%, pulling 221,000 nightly viewers on average. That was an article from the New York Post. So I want to get back to the book here for a moment.
Yeah.
You said something to me during the break.
Yeah.
That you wanted to get out there.
People are going to get upset because they liked my mother.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to get upset that I would take her on like this. And they're not going to like it.
Why did you feel the need to have to do that in the book? I mean, you can't tell your story, without it. I get it, because it makes you who you are, just like it does with everybody.
Because it's the truth.
But why did you feel the need to?
Because it's the truth.
Well, I understand that, but there's a lot of other things that you.
I can't get around it. It's the truth. Can't get around it. It's like the big oak tree. You can't get around it. Can't get around it. It's the truth.
How much of your relationship with your parents made you who you are? Because, I mean, I'm a big believer in it makes you who you are in a lot of ways, good or bad, as I said earlier. But how much your relationship and the tense relationship that you had with your mother led you to do all these things?
Well,
I'm playing amateur psychologist here now.
When
David.
I was 14, 15 years old, I pretty well went independent.
Yeah.
I was at the Hub pool room, and that's just where I hung out. Mm-hmm. That's where I went every day, every night, on the weekends. I went to the Hub, and that's where I hung out, and that's where. And then I went to work at the Sterling, and then I went to work at the filling station. And it was, there's some stuff in that book that's gonna arouse some people.
Well, it's the truth, as you said, the truth according to Danny. So it's your truth.
You gotta tell the truth. You gotta tell it all.
So all these different things, again, I'm playing amateur psychologist here. So all these different things that you've done, legislator, sheriff, multiple term mayor, actor, restaurateur, all these things. Do you think that maybe you were in some way trying to impress your mom by doing all those things?
No. And that's the one thing. Harry McLean, the Skidmore guy,
mm-hmm.
He's read the book. He said, you should have put that out front as to how how this got you to be sheriff. He said, you didn't do that. He said, you didn't make it to how it got you to be sheriff. In other words, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And said, you should have made that more about how that got you to be sheriff and then mayor, but more sheriff, because sheriff was that was the first one, and that was a Jim Dandy.
Can't wait to. Do you spend more time in the book talking about your days as sheriff or mayor?
Mayor.
Well,
probably mayor, probably sheriff. It was. I was pretty wild when I was sheriff. I was, I kept my...
We'll continue it next week. How's that?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Quick text says, those people did not grow up and live in your household, Danny. They have no right to criticize. That's a big part of our problems in this nation right now, people assuming instead of knowing. So, there you go. All right. Danny Jones. All right, we got to go. Be back later today with Metro News Midday, powered by Salango Law. No Amanda Barron today. Just me solo today. Amanda will be back tomorrow. She's coming back for my birthday is what it is. She's out on a 3-day shopping spree for my birthday, which is tomorrow, by the way. I'll see you tomorrow. Till then, have fun and love somebody.
WCHS AM 96.5 FM Charleston, 104.5 Cross Lanes, a WVRC media station. We're proud to live here too.